Hey everyone, if you're watching this video, then you probably went down a rabbit hole watching many desk setups, and I did for a moment. And I decided to pull the trigger and I decided to upgrade my current setup. So during that process, I learned a few things that I decided to share with you guys. Hopefully you guys find it useful. And that way you guys save a little bit of money while you guys are searching for a desk setup. So just a little bit of backstory, like I mentioned, I went down the rabbit hole of looking at many desk setups. I couldn't decide on which one to go for. But ultimately, I decided to buy a pre-owned one, which I purchased off of Facebook Marketplace. And that leads me to tip number one. Consider buying used. So for example, the desk that I bought normally goes for close to $300 on IKEA, and I was able to snag it up for 90 bucks. So if you search on the Facebook Marketplace or any other site that people are selling used stuff, then you might come across the desk that you're already looking for, or you might find one that will fulfill your needs. Because a lot of desks nowadays are very expensive. Like the Secret Labs, that one goes for like almost $1,000. So if you're able to find one in a good condition, then I would say go for it. And tip number two is plan for the future. So maybe write down a few things that you want to consider adding to your desk in the future. So maybe right now, for example, you just want to have your laptop or just a desktop with one monitor. But maybe down the line you want to get either an ultra wide or an additional monitor. So maybe purchase something that's a little bit larger than your current needs. And I know there's other factors that come into play. Maybe you're just limited to space and whatnot like that. Or if you're able to add a slightly bigger desk, then consider something like that. So just keep that in mind, so that way later down the line, and that way you're not finding yourself in the same position that you're currently right now. And tip number three is desks to avoid / be mindful of. So when I was searching for desk setups, I was gonna go for the IKEA quote-unquote hack. I know that was relatively popular in the recent years, but when I was configuring mine on the website, it came out pretty pricey, close to like 150 or 180 bucks. And I was including the Alex drawer. I think excluding the Alex drawer, it's like still comes to around like 100 bucks. And one thing to keep in mind is that the tabletop isn't a solid material. It's essentially like a hexagon shaped paper material, which from what I heard is relatively strong and sturdy, but I honestly wouldn't put too much faith into it. Especially if you're going to be putting quite a bit of weight on it, then it's probably going to bow in the middle. And it's probably going to be a little bit unsettling and disappointing that after a few months from now, you're going to have a big dent in the middle. And like I mentioned, I wouldn't trust the strength of it. So maybe if you're going to be leaning on it too much, or I don't know, maybe your rage while you're gaming, it's probably not going to, withstand that. So, and that leads to the other desks to be mindful of. If you don't want to purchase a used one, that's totally fine. And you might stumble upon the ones that are selling on Amazon, and those are great. That was my previous desk that I had. But one thing that I want you guys to be mindful of is that the depth is relatively narrow. I think they measure around like 18 inches. So it might be adequate if you just have a laptop, or if you just have one monitor and one keyboard, but maybe maxing out at a 27 inch, because then you're going to feel like the monitor is really, really close to your face. Anything larger than that, then trust me, you're going to feel like it's very cramped. So just be mindful that those are relatively narrow. And if you're planning on buying a monitor arm, most of them have like a metal bar that run along the entire edge of the desk. So there's not really much space for you to put an actual monitor arm, or at least I wouldn't put too much faith into it. So, but if you just want like a basic desk, there's plenty of them online, either an L-shaped or just a regular rectangle shaped one. There's many options out there, and the tabletop is relatively sturdy. It's like a piece of plywood. I would say that it's probably sturdier than the IKEA one. But yeah, you're just kind of limited with space. But if you just want something in a pinch, then sort of fine by going with that. But anyways, guys, I hope you found these tips helpful. Just something that I wanted to share with you guys while you guys are in your journey of, upgrading your desk, or just, looking for inspiration. Hopefully I was able to save you guys some money. But yeah, I hope you guys have a good rest of your day, and thank you so much for sticking to the end. Thank you.